What is up, friends, and welcome to a new type of video with a mixture of all kinds of things.
Unboxing knife.
Watch out from it.
Shout outs in there. Yeah.
What I mean by that is I was talking about doing these different types of videos, and I did one for my interests, and I was planning on doing different ones, like my stories, my thoughts, my opinions, my interests. But today I wanted to do one that mixed my stories, my thoughts, my opinions. Now I'm going to try to section these off to make it just kind of trying to separate them. First of all, you're probably looking at the title of this video and wondering what the heck. And I don't want to alarm people, and I don't want to offend anybody. But I want to share stories of things that happened that I experienced growing up, how they made me feel, and my opinions on them. So first of all, let's start with stories, okay? I called this video Racist versus Non-Racist Racists. And you're probably thinking,
What does that even mean?
I'll tell you what it means. Just listen to the stories. So growing up as a youth, I encountered a lot of different people that have brought a lot of hate and racist slurs and comments and actions towards me growing up from a bunch of different ethnic backgrounds. And I grew up in a neighborhood that was really, really mixed. There was me, Japanese, my stepdad and his daughters, Puerto Rican. My neighbors were Filipino. My other neighbors were Laotian and Thai. My other neighbors were white, African American, Chinese, Indian. So there was a huge mixture in my area. Huge mixture. And so I think that with the way I was raised and growing up in a neighborhood that was so mixed like that, I just never looked at the world in colors, if that makes sense. I looked at the world as just different people. And there was curiosities. Oh, they have accents, they don't, they cook this kind of food, they cook this, so it was interesting and it was intriguing. It was never hateful or anything. It was more just interest, like, wow, okay, this is cool, this is different. And I don't know, maybe it's the way I was raised. I honestly don't know. All I know is that I never looked at the world in colors and in hate. And I still don't, and I don't plan to. And that's part of the reason why I want to make this video. I've met a lot of people that are racist out of anger, that are just straight up racist, and those that claim that they're not racist, but they say a lot of racist things. Like I said, I had a lot of people say very derogatory things to me growing up, a lot of very racist things, a lot of very racist slurs that don't even belong to my ethnic background, but because I'm Asian, it was easy, I guess. I've gotten it from all different races. I've gotten hate from plenty of different ethnic backgrounds. I'm trying not to go into too much detail of who was what or what was being said to who and this and that, because I don't want it to feel like I'm singling anybody out or trying to put more focus on one ethnic background than another, because that's not what this is about. It's about me sharing my stories and me telling you how, even though I've encountered these scenarios, I never let them break me down and change my view of the world. And that's the important part. So, with that, I've had straight blatant racism. And then I've encountered people that claim that they weren't racist, that seemed really sweet and kind on the, on their exterior. But as soon as they got mad at somebody that happened to be of a different, ethnic background than them, the first words that come out of their mouth are the racial slur that pertains to that specific, person. And that's frustrating in so many ways. One, because don't say that you're not racist, and then when somebody makes you angry, the first thing you do is say something racist. At least be real about it. Be upfront. You know what I mean? Nothing worse than that sneaky, conniving backstabber. You know what I mean? Hypocrite. You know what I mean? I think some of you understand what I'm saying there. On top of that, it's frustrating to me because maybe it's because I'm wired differently, but I just don't look at the world like that. And I have a hard time understanding that. And that's why sometimes I have to step back and look from different people's perspectives on how they view certain scenarios and situations, because the way I see it is so differently. You know, if you make me angry, no matter what ethnic background you come from, you're just a complete jerk. The first thing I think is not anything racist. The first thing I think is, man, you're a freaking jerk. You are a jerk. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what your background is. I don't care. If you're a jerk, you're a jerk. It does not matter. I'm not thinking of anything but you're a jerk. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but it's frustrating because I've met so many people that are like that. And I still know people to this day that admit that they're like that. And it just doesn't make sense to me. You know? Why? What's the point? To be honest with you, the last time somebody was really, really racist to me, it really caught me off guard because I was like, whoa, what? But at the same time, it was kind of like, wow, you are really ignorant. You're an idiot. So these are different scenarios that I've dealt with in my life growing up and, you know, even somewhat into adulthood. I think it's frustrating, but also kind of interesting to me. It's frustrating because why is there still racism anymore? There's so much of a mixture in this world today. What is the point? Why do people feel the need to have so much hate inside of them? It just does not make sense to me. And it's interesting to me because you think, like, why do certain people just feel it necessary to be so angry at another race? And, you know, I think nowadays, you know, it's not as quite as open with racism because a lot of people are against it now, but there's still those people that are kind of underlying and they kind of keep it to themselves. But it's like, get over it, man. Just get over it. Why hate? I just don't get it. I think the overall story to this, overall my opinions to this, is hate.
Why hate?
Hate takes so much out of a person. It drains you of your energy. It makes you look at the world in the worst possible way. And I just don't understand it. Be positive. Be loving. Be kind to each other. I just don't understand why we have to look at each other. You know, oh,
Scott, you're, brown. Your eyes are slanted.
yeah. You know what I mean? If somebody wanted to be racist towards me, they could say all the racist kind of jokes they want towards me. I don't fit into a lot of those stereotypes. I'm Japanese. Okay? So over the years, there's a lot of stereotypical jokes that have been said about me that just don't fall true.
Oh, those Japs are so good at math.
I'm horrible at math.
Oh, those Asians are so bad at driving.
I'm actually a pretty good driver.
Oh, every Asian has a rice cooker and eats rice.
That one's true. But I'll be honest with you. A lot of people like rice. A lot of people like rice. And I have a lot of friends from a bunch of different ethnic backgrounds. And I'll tell you right now, they all love rice. Okay? And they all love different types of food. So, hate to break it to you, but those stereotypes just don't fall true. And yes, I can see. And no, I don't see in widescreen. Just because my eyes are slanted doesn't mean that I'm seeing a widescreen, and not full screen. You cannot blindfold me with a shoelace. It is impossible. So now while I'm trying to turn this into a laughing matter and prove to you guys that, we don't all fall into the stereotypes that are based off of our ethnic backgrounds. The point is that we're all humans. More or less what it breaks down to is be kind, be generous, be loving amongst each other. Put positive energy in the world. There's always going to be some kind of negativity. But I'm telling you right now, and I can tell you as the more I start putting out these videos, the more stories I can tell you. I've been surrounded by a lot of hate, judgment, anger, and depression, clouds, all of that stuff in my lifetime. And I've come out of it all with a different outlook in the world. And I can tell you right now, the moment that I chose to be kind and courteous and loving towards the people around me, consistently putting positive energy in the world, the more positive energy came back to me. Now, does that mean that I don't still run into negativity? No, because that's going to happen regardless. But it's how I react, how I take that, accept it, and how I push it back out. Okay? I can take that hate in, but then push out positivity. And that's the way I suggest doing it. And that's my opinion. And that is my story. That is my thoughts. And I hope you guys can appreciate that. And I hope that this video wasn't too long, too serious, too drawn out. I know it's a serious topic, but it's something that I wanted to share. Something that I've personally had to battle with my entire life. Now, some of you may not have ever had to deal with that, and some of you have. And, you know, you may have different feelings about it. But the way I see it is no matter what background you come from, I will always look at you as a fellow human, a fellow brother or sister in this world. Because I don't find any productivity in hate. Positivity is all we need, and that's all I want to teach my son. So, anyway, let's end this on a good note. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave comments, questions, even concerns if you want in the comment section below. So until the next time, guys, don't forget to always shoot for your dreams. Always shoot for happiness, because the sky is the limit, which means you guys can do whatever you want. And I suggest putting positivity in the world. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Peace.